Constantly, bro. It's really sickening to the point where I just Hold up, guys. Give me a second, bro. Dude, this fucking dude, bro. Ah, shit. Sake, bro. Who does this at the worst fucking time, bro? I really cannot catch a break, bro. Mm-hmm. For fuck's sake, bro. Okay, bro. Alright. trees. Look at it. Damn. Hey. Oh, goddamn night, for fuck's sake. Professional, give me a fucking professional in a fucking black house. See the complain all damn night, dude. Holy shit, man. Give me a second, guys. I'm just trying to set shit up right now. I came back out. Oh. Yep, you can't be professional in a fucking household like this. Be professional, my ass. Thanks for liking live, dude. I'm uh, just got put out the fucking mood, dude. I'm not even excited to do this shit no more, dude. Don't sit there and complain the goddamn time. Like, I get it, but goddamn. Jesus, bro. This takes like a long time, too. George, appreciate Nigga for liking the live, man. Jesus, man. Probably really on. Has some teams join in. Jesus, man. Jeez. Alright, so I think we're good now. I think, I don't know. Shit. So I think, yes, I think the teams are still coming in. So fuck it. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Phase 2 Series 4 Finals. Today, I'm your host, Battle Upon Wolf. My bad for not really talking much earlier. I was just not in a good mood at the moment. But but right now, we have the top 12 teams from both semifinals Group A and semifinals Group B. Actually, my apologies. Top 7 teams from the semifinals of Group A and B. And gonna duke it out today to see who is gonna be our P2S4 champions. Now I'm thinking we might have a new team beat one of the champions today, but T20 is gonna give the team a run for the money for sure. Now will it be will he win based on champion rush? Maybe, or will he win on the most points? Maybe too. But I do think that they will have a major run for the money. To be honest, my opinion, I think they might win it today. They might, because how they were performing yesterday though was kind of rough. They even though they qualified, they still had a rough time with trying to get the foot settled in, and they did struggle a lot for most of the matches. But as of right now though, I think that we might either have 90 Bagites have a high chance of winning, or we might even have DCKH give T20 a run for the money, because DCKH in 90 did marvelous yesterday, especially 90. So I think that they might be the two other teams that's going to be in high contention for getting today's win for the Series 4 Phase 2 tournament. Now I'm looking at the list here, and I do think that even Rambox might come close to winning too, or they might even win it today as well. But I think that T20 might close this tournament with them getting their 4th straight tournament win in a row. But again, I do think that the other teams is definitely going to give them money. They're going to get a run for the money. So we just have yet to see. Now, now I do want to say this though. T20 is a very powerhouse, strong team. They are the type of team that they will probably bamboozle you. And what I mean by that is that they might look like they're not gonna do well, or first matches they might just like seem like they're struggling and all that. But not third, or if you're in the finals in this case, an on match, yeah, they will proceed to turn up, and you'd be like, hold on, was this thing just struggling the first 2 or 3 matches? And sure enough, they sweep. They come from under the floorboard, sweep you, and next you're sitting there like, well, I'll be damned. They won it. That's how it was for Phase 2 Series 3, because T20, even though the results is not yet posted, they did win based on champion rush. And mind you, they were struggling the first 4 or 5 matches. Only in match 6 and 7, with match 7 with them winning, they actually was able to get this things together. Actually not match 4 to 5 and 6 is when they really got things together, because on match 7 they was on champion rush, and they actually clutched a 1-on-1 with, I believe, if I recall, I had to go look back at the footage, when Baki for T20 and 9 for E7 with the last 2 plays left, and both of them was on champion rush, but with a bad rotation by 9, T20 was able to get the win. So we're gonna see if if they might be able to get the win today, or if another team gets the win today, which I think, and not gonna lie, I'm kind of hoping for it too. In this, we're gonna see if we have new winners on a guy that's saying repeating winners. User 4G cannot join this tournament. This is a set tournament. Yadia, what's up, man? How you doing tonight? Let's see. So yeah, you see that over here. All right. Face. Let's take the series for finals. That I'll just show on YouTube like one of the other let me see what my dockers here. To like a there we go. I think I'll be able to see the chat from here. If not, then I might be able to show. Here we go. Share. Okay, there we go. If not, then I might post in that as well. Let me take a challenge. I'm just trying to make sure things don't get fought out. Alright, so that should be able to work. I can come up in here. Let me reset the TikTok live because it's not up to date on that right now. So anyway, so for the team that's in the lobby right now, because we have 5 minutes left to until the first match starts. So you know, so you guys can actually see the team that's in here. Right now we have, and you know, right now we have 40 teams. We might have 52, if anything, or 48. So right now we have North Gang, DCKH, Resilient Esports, Mexa Squad, Dark Ninja, 90 Baguettes. Yo, could somebody in chat? I struggle with saying the name. Could somebody tell me how to properly pronounce 90's name? 90 Baguettes? Please, somebody in chat, tell me how to say the name properly. I'm struggling here. Then we have T20, our Series 1, 2, and 3 winners of Phase 2. True Reapers, Team Fighters, and Wagger. We start winning on 3 more teams. Hopefully they join up soon. Let's see. And I could probably see the one here. Oh, Mexa Squad didn't jump back. Right. Yeah, you gotta jump back. Oh yeah, VZKH is VZK's not here. So yeah, we have 14 teams today in the night here right now. So hopefully yeah, so yeah, but yeah, as you can see, we got a nice little different portion of teams, guys. So we do have oh no, you did not join. Oh, sorry. Okay, so we have as you can see, we have a nice little handful of teams here. That's new, to be honest. So we have North Gang. Like I said, they were a turning team. but we have not seen them since phase. We have not seen them play since phase 1. They have DCKH, a brand new team in the CTS here. And then we have Resilience Esports, a still relatively new, while some of the players isn't new in the CTS, but the team itself is still new. Then we have Mexico Squad, a new team, making it to the finals, mind you. And mind you, the first tournament was back in phase 2 series 3, and they did not do well at all, but somehow in some way they turned the hell up. And as you can see, they're in the finals for this tournament and also in the finals for tomorrow's tournament on in the Redemption Cup finals. Then we have Dark Ninja making a appearance in the first finals. Then T20 making another appearance in the finals. True Reapers, they're back in the finals. Team Fighters, they were able to make it back to the finals, even though they fell short back in phase 2 series 3. And then we have Wagga again in the finals. This is very consistent with a majority of these teams. A majority of these teams is not new to this shit. They have made it to the finals plenty of times. So you know, we're gonna have a good, we're gonna have a good match today, man. I think the teams is gonna go. Oh my God, sorry. I think the teams is going to go hard. So chat, I want to hear y'all verdict, right? Who y'all think, right, is going to win in today's finals? Also, by the way, E7 and Ridgenex is gonna join the room. Is gonna join the room in a second. So chat. So like I said, all the teams that you see right now, because we have E7 and True and Rich Next joining in. So so this Rich Next. So we got a nice little handful of people in here. So we got some 90 fans, and we got a couple of teams in here that's we got other couple of fans in here that's trying to see who's gonna win. And also Rambox is supposed to be joining too, right? Yeah, Rambox is supposed to be joining too. So let's see if they join back. Let's see if they join later on. I'm gonna have to download the maps first, then we're gonna start. K7, there we go. Yeah, but yeah, that's the one thing I don't understand is how the hell do players will play the game so many times and they don't have the maps downloaded. Alright, so we can, like I said, boom, meter. Yeah, but fuck, bro. Alright, what was here is here. Where's Feedback, bro? No, but I ain't got time for the bullshit, dude. We started about. I ain't got time for this. So, bitch has some. Okay, so my apologies, Dickie, for waiting. So, wait, hold up. Isn't Suki supposed to be playing today too? They didn't qualify? Didn't Wipsuki qualify? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I thought they qualified. I got to look at the results. But anyway, so for the teams that's in this lobby, we have North Gang. I'm gonna check that. That's fucking audio just pissed me off. We have North Gang, DCKH, Resilience Esports, Mexa Squad, Dark Ninjas, 90 Baguettes, T20, True Reapers, Team Fighters, Wagger, Rich Next Esports, and E7. These are your 12 teams that's currently in the lobby, and we're going to see who is going to get first blood. These teams fought hard to get this far into the Phase 2 Series 4 finals, and we're going to see if they are going to show why. So now we have Mexa Squad getting first blood off of Dark Ninjas. Dark Ninjas has been performing pretty well, but as of yesterday's performance, they have been struggling, but they were able to qualify to today's finals. Now Mecha Squad is putting a pressure on it, showing them why they made it to the finals, and giving Dark Ninjas a very hard one for their money. But Armano 4E7 is nearby, but from the looks of it, he does not want to overextend. So now the rest of E7 is going to join the gunfights. It's going to join pretty soon with Peppa Pig landing near 9, but they do be careful as Mecha Squad is here as a full squad, but the players is getting knocked down one after another, and Mecha Squad almost gets fully wiped out, and Chili It's the last play left for their team. Why is it lagging so hard? What the hell? So DCKH taking a gunfight against Wagner with 2 of the players knocked down and most likely will be fully eliminated. But speaking of fully eliminated, 90 Baguettes is the first team to be fully wiped out. Even though they did come in first in their group yesterday, they are the first team to get sent back to the lobby. So now, why is it lagging so damn much? What the hell, dude? The hell, man? Is it on T20? My apologies. I don't know why is it lagging this much. It was not doing this shit yesterday, dude. It was not doing all this yesterday. Hey, yeah, but it might be my laptop performance that's doing this. 1 second. Yeah, why is it lagging so much, dude? God damn, bro. So much going on right now. So, okay, so right now, E7 is the current killers in this match right now with 6 kills. And now, which next is for looks is gonna take a gunfight against Northgate with Donkey getting a knock on Nagy. And now Northgate will be down 1 player, and they will have to try to recess on how they're gonna take this gunfight. DSN trying to run away, but Donkey finds him and gets the knockdown on him, with Tonke helping RNX get their 3rd kill in this match. So the only teams that does not have a kill right now is Resilience Esports, Dark Ninjas, and T20. And speaking of Dark Ninjas, they only have 1 player left for their team, so they're trying to get the players back and trying to see if they could get everything reset, so they could get ready for the late game stage of this for the later stage of this match. But they would need to get the players back. They would need to make sure everything is suited and well ready for them to take the gunfights later on. Now True Reapers is down 2 plays after taking a gunfight against E7 with Scapegoat and RTX creating a whole lot of distance from each other, but RTX was able to buy back Apex and a user, so those 2 plays will be brought back into the match. Are you guys able to hear me right? Yeah, you can. Cool. So speaking of Dark Ninjas, as mentioned before, Demo, the last play left for his team, is trying to see if he could get his plays back. He does have enough coins, but it is still coins, which I think there is what's the PI again? At Mars Electric. Then he'll be able to at least get 1 or 2 plays back. Now Mexico Squad putting pressure on True Reapers with Adrian getting nice 2 knocks on 2 of the plays there. Apex does get a help up, and he does keep his teammate alive. Even though Adrian did get a nice 2-piece knock on the True Reapers members, but unfortunately he couldn't get the full 2nd kill. But he was able to get 1 player though, so Mexico Squad will be getting closer to being tied up with E7, since the kill leader is only 2 kills apart. So right now everybody just doing their thing. T20 is from the looks of it is not really going too hard right now. From what I assume is that they are going to play the late game or the latest stage of the tournament, how they did back in phase 2 series 3, and how like were they were sleeping in the beginning, but in the later games and like the later stage, the later gunfights, they started to get aggressive. But speaking of getting aggressive, Mexican Squad knocks down the plays again for True Reapers. They actually made that 2 plays. 2 plays get knocked down, fully eliminated, and now Richard is going for a third member, but he does get knocked down by RTX. He always gonna say he does get fully eliminated, but the rest of his team does come in time to save him and get the 3rd kill off of True Reapers. And True Reapers was down 3 plays, but was able to get 1 player back into the match. So now Mexican Squad is going hard in the first match, trying to get closer to Champion Rush off the bat. And also, chat, just so you know, we did make a change for the finals. Instead of it being 80 teams, imagine, instead of being 80 points to hit Champion Rush, it will be 90 points to hit Champion Rush now. So a team, so in order for a team to be on Champion Rush, they will need to hit 90 points and try to win any of the remaining matches after hitting Champion Rush. So to be honest, I think it might be a little harder for the teams that really don't get that many kills as much, but we might be going to a game 8 at this rate. So we're gonna see if they could keep it up. And for a team that's not going to keep it up, unfortunately, will be True Reapers going out in 11th place, getting fully wiped out as they were struggling to win any gunfights in this match. With them only able to get 2 kills, and with them going out in 11th place, they're not off to a very good start. Northgate, they tried to take a gunfight, which I think was they tried to take the gunfight on T20, but they really couldn't do much though, as T20 did not overextend too much. Now E7 trying to take the gunfight against DCKH with Mono going for the full push, and Peppa Pig is gonna be there for the pinch, but he does take a lot of damage, but he does get helped up. He does get quickly held up, which I think is by the Cassie. But either way, Peppa Pig is gonna be there for the assistance and getting E7's 12th kill in this match, with E7 and Mexican Squad, 2 teams battling it out to try to see on who is going to get for the first booyah, as these 2 teams is looking to be the strongest teams right now for today's finals. With Mexican Squad, the current kill leaders with 14, and E7 right behind them with 12. Then we have TF and R next fighting for 3rd place with TF for 7, R next for 5th. But the rest of the remaining teams will need to step it up if they want to have a chance to hit Champion Rush and to make it a little harder for other teams that's in this lobby. Major for Mexican Squad does find Ghost right after he just used the Revolver Beacon to get his team back into the match, trying to see if he could get Mexican Squad's 15th kill of the game, which he does. He almost getting close to getting knocked down by Ghost, but he was able to land the shots that he needed to land, and he'll be able to survive a little longer. But with the zone ticking for more damage though, he just able to pop the Superman kick to keep himself alive. But he would need to regroup with his team to keep his team together and try to get ready for the later game stage of this fight. Now Resilience is pushing North Gang, and with a teleport push by them, they get fully wiped out by NG to North Gang with a quick and this quick and subtle team wipe on Resilience. Does get a total of 6 kills, and unfortunately Resilience will be going back to the lobby. Now T20 seeing that if they could try to get some kills off of North Gang and try to be nosy too, as T20 is trying to see if they could try to fight against North Gang here, as T20 only has a couple kills, and unfortunately for Mexican Squad, they're the next team to be fully wiped out. But even though they were the current killers for this match, they go out in 9th place And unfortunately, I think that was they go out top ninth place after taking a gunfight against RNX. So now North Gang has 2 other players are fully eliminated. Trap King does land a shot on Potato. For TF, he does get the kill as well. Well, a lovely play shot by Trapstar, and North Gang is now 8 kills. Now has 8 kills in this match. So now E7 putting pressure on DCKH and trying to fully eliminate their team, but they still have 1 member left alive. Dark Ninjas is the next team to be fully wiped out, so they'll be going out in which I believe is either 8th or 9th, once we see the how many teams are left. But looking at the zone, T20 is set up lovely. The teams that's on the outside of the zone, such as TF, E7, and I was gonna say which next, but they get fully eliminated just now, and even the Wagger will have to fight their way in as they will need to start making the rotation as the zone is now closing. So 5 teams left alive. One of the teams is already inside the circle, waiting for the teams to make the rotation inside. E7 with 19 kills right now, only 1 kill away from hitting the 20 kill marker. Wagger making their rotation into the next zone, and is now able to set themselves up lovely here, and is able to wait to see where the next zone is going to appear. TF is with Patel able to stay alive in this able to stay alive longer in this match, trying to see if he can stay alive long enough to at least get top 3. It's possible, but he would need to play the waiting game and hopefully does not get spotted as well. Now T20 still holding his house, still holding a nice little natural cover here, is waiting to see if they could get a couple openings on any of the teams that's out in the open, such as North Gang here, as Trapstar as Trap King does get knocked down. Nagi is trying to get the help up, but he does get pressured, and unfortunately he does go down as E7 fully wipes out North Gang, with North Gang coming in 5th place. Now 9 spotting Patel, trying to see if he could find him to get the full team wave on him, which I think he might do if Patel does not play his cards carefully with only 5 gluons left. But Mako with a nice shot with the AC80 is able to get the kill on Patel, and TF will be fully eliminated in 4th place, which does leave us with our last 3 teams: Wagger, E7, and T20. With E7 and T20 not new to being in the top 3 placement. And same goes for Wagger, as they are now in top 3, and does have a chance to get the first booyah, but it does depend on how they take this gunfight against E7 and T20. Now Chicho trying to break the glue walls, trying to make the rotation harder for E7, but E7 is using I guess you could say using the glue wall to make a nice clear protective path into the house of T20, getting that natural cover, and now it's trying to see if they can maybe even fight for it, as the next zone will appear to see who has it, and actually E7 and T20 does have the zone pull, and Wagger will need to come to them as the zone is not in the zone pull or the zone switch is not in their favor. So that means that they will need to make the rotation sooner rather than later. But all 3 teams is trading shots, trying to see who is going to put themselves in a worse spot. Now with T20 holding the 2nd floor and E7 holding the 2nd. T20 holding the 2nd floor and E7 holding the 1st. Both teams would need to come out of the house and would need to try to fight their way into the next zone. T20 trying to see if they could if they could try to stop Wagger, as Wagger is raining hellfire on both teams, as now T20 does drop down, taking a gunfight against E7. Darius in the rest of T20 putting pressure on 9 and his team. 9, he's weak. Darius, Peppa Pig, and the rest of E7 gets fully wiped out by T20. And now we're down to our last 2 teams. Wagger a Wagger and T20 with both teams having all their players left alive, and trying to fight for the first booyah in the finals. Both teams look for angles. Both teams trading damage, trading shots, throwing everything out of their inventory. Darius is gonna cook a neighbor. Will it land? Yes, but not enough damage. But Cal, he's weak. He's gonna get pushed by Darius. He gets knocked down, and the rest of the members for Wagger gets fully wiped out by T20, and T20 gets the first booyah for match 1 of the Phase 2 Series 4 Finals. Avowals. This is North America server. So T20 with a lovely gunfight at the end, fully eliminating both E7 and Wagger in that last zone. Even though they were at a slight disadvantage when coming out of the house in the late stage of that zone, but they was able to clutch it up and get the first win. So good job by T20, off to a very good start. Second match. So let's see if they could keep the momentum going. And same for Wagger in E7, because E7 had a lot of kills. As you can see, they have 29 points and T20 has 25. So E7 is getting closer to hitting Champion Rush. So let's see if they can keep that momentum going for today's finals. So give me a second, chat. I'm gonna take it. I gotta send the scores in, and of course we gotta send the killers in as well, so you can see who is going to be the MVP later on after the tournament is done. So, but I would not listen, even though they did go out in 8th place. Even though they did go out in apologies, 9th place. Mexico squad is doing pretty good today, man. So I'm looking forward to see how they do later on in today's finals. The most thing what you need to work on is getting ready for the late game or the late part of the zone for this for today's finals. They have a chance to get a Champion Rush, but they cannot blow it by getting high kills in the beginning and not getting those extra pleasant points that's very much needed. But other than that, though, they're doing good so far, but they could do just a little bit better. So, but again, so for teams that came in first, second, and third, T20, Wagger, E7, the T5 is coming in 4th place, North getting 5th place, Rich Next 6th place, DCKH in 7th, Dark Ninjas in 8th, Mexico Squad in 9th, Resilience Esports in 10th, True Reapers in 11th, and 90 Begite in 12th. So also 90 needs to step it up today as well, because like I said, they're a good team. They're a very good team. Just that they would need to like not go out in first place. Is what I'm trying to say. Not be the first team to go out. Let's see. Settings. Yeah, so okay, so right now Wagger's doing so Wagger's doing pretty good. Just that they're fortunate to not get that first booyah, but got a see, is he gonna come? Oh my goodness. You're taking chat. What did he say? Right. Let's see. We're gonna give it 1 minute. So yeah, so let's see. So are they here? Or are they left? Oh, my squad is still here, so okay, that's good, that's good. See. No, okay. Yeah, here we go. Oh, shit. So, okay, my bad. Check. So I was just, I had to take one of the team leaders to make sure we will join in later on. But regardless, though, it is what it is. So hopefully they join back into the third match at least, and they have 5 matches to at least cook. Yeah. But other than that, though, the second match is starting, and we're gonna see who is going to win the second, or who's going to get the second booyah for tonight's finals. So for your teams that's in this match again: North Gang, DCKH, Resilience Esports, True Reapers, Mecha Squad, 90 Briquettes, T20, E7 Empire, TF, Wagger, Rich Next Esports, and Dark Ninjas. So these are the teams that's in the finals. Unfortunately, we're all missing 2 more, so hopefully they do join back. Hopefully those 2 teams that's missing does join later on. So Resilience Esports having one of their members fully eliminated, and Darius for T20 Strikes First Blood. Resilience does need to get it together, as they are one of the teams that is kind of struggling at the moment. Even though they did survive a little bit longer, but they still need to work on getting those placement and kill points. So 90 is struggling as well, as they're now down to the last member left for their team. Mind you, again, 90 did get first place in their group. So if they do get fully wiped out again, they'll be off to a very bad start. Now Mexico squad putting pressure on is not putting pressure on Dark Ninjas here, as Aura in June 13th is trying to get away from them. But Chili is going for the push, trying to see if he could find a place, which I think he might. But he does get shot in the back by Aura. But Aura needs to be careful as well, as Goat for Richnex does push him. It does push Aura, and if Aura does not watch his back, he could be caught off guard. And unfortunately, again, 90 is your first team to be fully wiped out in match 2, and following suit is DCKH, with their team being fully wiped out right after 90 gets fully eliminated. Now Adrian for Mexico squad does get knocked down, fully eliminated by Dark Ninjas, and now Mexico squad will probably need to play just a little bit safe, if anything. So now T20 does have on next, which next, right above them, with Ghost trying to catch them off guard, as he is going to try to shoot them from the back. Darius does take a lot of damage from him, but with the Cassie connected, he is able to stay alive a little bit longer. But Darius and Heidi is gonna go for the push here and try to see if they can knock down T20, which they do get 2 of them is knocked down with Darius and Heidi getting knocked down and fully eliminated by Rich Next, with Gum playing a nice defense and holding this spot lovely. So Darius and Hayate Darius and Hayate did get a little too aggressive there, overextended a little too much. It gave excuse me, and gave our next 2 quick easy kills, 3 kills if you want to say it that way. But now we have Mexico squad and T20 getting closer to each other, and for the looks of it, Major is gonna land right in front of Ghost and Vanshu, but he gets knocked down. Vanshu does get knocked out by Adrian. Now Adrian is trying to go for the cleanup and for another knock on Ghost, but Potato is gonna be there to keep his teammates safe and get a knockdown and kill on Adrian. So now Chili and the rest of Mexico squad would need to reset this situation, reset, and try to get ready for the latest stage of this match, as that gunfight was very, very poorly executed, leaving them in a bad spot. So now Chili trying to see if he could probably knock down one of the members from Wagga, but Wagga retaliates and knocks him down instead. So they do lose. So they lose another play for the team, but my squad is able to buy Chili back, and Chili has a chance to reset. So now Wagga. Wagga is getting pushed by TF, and TF needs to win this gunfight if they want to have a chance to at least get into the top 5 again for the team. But Wagga is holding a good defense, but that defense does break with 2 of the members getting fully eliminated, and now Wagga is down to a 2-player situation. Now June 13th, we're trying to look for Angle on Peppa Pig, and he did have a chance to get the shot off, but he just was a little too late, and unfortunately he would not get any damage off him, and he would not be getting knocked too. Peppa Pig did get knocked down and fully eliminated, but he did get brought back. But 9 and Almano and Armano does get knocked down, and they do get fully eliminated as well. So now E7 is down to 2 players left in this match, and E7 is the current killers right now with 9 kills for their team. So right now pretty good. Just that they would need to get 2 of the players back into the match. So North Gang they just got 2 kills. I think it was off of, unfortunately I couldn't see, but right now they're doing pretty decently. But they need to stay together. Trap King very far away from this team. Even though DSN is a little close by, excuse me, but he will need to get together with the rest of his team. Now look at the zone, and I take a quick look at the zone as it is going to close, and the next one is going to appear. We might, I was just gonna say, we might have a Farmtopia zone, which we kind of do-ish, but from what it looks like, we're gonna have a zone that's gonna be between Intellect Center and Farmtopia. So it might push towards that northern western side later on in this match. But the teams that is on the lower south and in the upper northeastern would need to fight their way in, with nobody being inside of this next zone right now. So it means that everybody would need to fight their way into getting into the next zone. And Wagger, unfortunately, being the next team to be fully wiped out after they did come in 2nd place in match 1, with them coming in 10th place, and they do get fully eliminated by North Gang. So North Gang may have a chance, not have a chance. They will have a higher chance to getting to Champion Rush here. Scapegoat and 2 of his play for True Reapers does get fully eliminated, and might as well say 3 as user is not even in the game right now, or he is, but he was AFK for a long time. So for looks of it, he's now back in the game, but he would need to get 2 of his players back. But he needs to be careful as 9 for E7 is nearby, and 9 may have spotted him, but he does. But user does get shot from the side. 9 going for the push on him, and now True Reapers is down to only 1 player left. And mind you, user did have the most coins for his team, so he did have a chance to get the rest of the team for True Reapers back into the game. But unfortunately, he was spotted, and 9 was there for the stoppage to getting to the red machine to get those 2 players back. And for the next 2 teams to be fully eliminated, Brazilian Esports and TF, as TF were the current kill leaders for this match with 11 kills, but they did get fully wiped out, as we're now down to our last 7 teams. So now the 2 teams that's currently fighting for the kill leader spot is North Gang and E7. Both teams 10 kills, 10 kills, and still have a lot of players left alive. So those 2 teams could increase the kill count, but they would need to but they would need to try to survive a little longer and find a way to collect more kills. As again, E7 is closer to Champion Rush though, as they do currently be, if you don't count the matches, if you don't count the points as of yet, after this match, they currently have 29 points and is very close to getting to Champion Rush. But we do have Mecha Squad, one of the strong newer teams here, putting pressure on E7. And they have, and one of the members for E7 does get knocked down. Actually, make that 2 as 9 is next to get knocked down. And same for Pepper, and Mecha Squad fully eliminates E7. So Mecha Squad, with a lovely push by them, gets the full wipe on E7, and they have a chance to take the kill leader spot for this match. Not unless North Gang has a way to increase the kill count before Mecha Squad is able to steal away from them. But Mecha Squad, with a lovely push on E7, gets the full wipe. So good job on Mecha Squad, and that will make it a little, and that'll make it just a little, not little, but that will make it just harder for E7 to get closer to Champion Rush now after this 2nd match. So Mecha Squad is kind of redeeming themselves after match 1, and is now and it's now getting closer to hitting that champion rush marker. But they would need to set up for the late games gunfight. As now the other teams will need to make as now the other teams will be making their rotation. Now Apex getting pushed by Trapstar with Scapegoat for True Reapers getting knocked down and fully eliminated, and now that would be the same result for Apex as Trapstar is able to get the knock onto him. RTX and User, the last two survived members, but RTX gets knocked down by a nade. User, the last player left for True Reapers, needs to win his gunfight against Trapstar to have a chance to keep his team alive. But with less than 60 HP to his name, he needs to land his shots here. If he does, that would be very beneficial. But Trapstar is not getting him in an easy angle, and Trapstar is able to get the last member for True Reapers, and True Reapers is your next team to be fully wiped out. And now Mexican Squad follows suit with them being wiped out as well. And now we're down to our last four teams: North Gang, T20, Dark Ninjas, and Rich Necks. With North Gang, the current killers right now with 14 kills to their name in match 2. They another team that is trying to get closer to Champion Rush as well. And be honest, this 14 kill game in the top 4 would definitely help them out a lot. So now with this next zone appearing, Dark Ninjas is making their way into the next zone, but on next, Rich Next is trying to make the rotation a little harder as he do trade shots with them. But North Gang and T20 did taking the gunfights now, trying to make it a little harder for both these teams, as these two teams are the current powerhouses in this match right now. But North Gang needs to be a little careful, as T20 does hold the advantage with them holding the second floor now. But North Gang say, listen, we don't care. We want to go for the aggression here. But to the place gets knocked down. Make that 3. Trap King, the last player left, cannot keep his team alive and win the gunfight against T20. And T20 fully eliminates North Gang, with North Gang going out in fourth place with 14 kills. And T20 just put themselves in a better position to getting closer to hitting Champion Rush as well. So now Dark Ninjas and our next is still trading shots here, but the team that they really need to be focusing here is T20, as T20 is now the current kill leaders and is looking to be a very strong team right now. Demo trying to use a heal pistol to heal his team that's currently landing in, but he does overextend himself a little too much though. Aura was almost able to get helped up, but unfortunately J10 Gold stops the help up and does get our next 8th kill in this match. So now these 3 teams is rotating inside the zone, and now they are able to get into it, and now we'll try to fight for the second booyah in this match. Excuse me. So Dave for Dark Ninjas does have he is trying to stay back, trying to look for angle, but unfortunately he will have to go out in the open and play the billboard now. Which next would need to get outside of their POI, as the zone does not really put in a favor, as T20 does have the zone pull, and they will be able to hold out both RNX and Dark Ninjas. So T20 is really set. It's really more set to get this booyah if they don't let Virginex or Dark Ninjas get inside of the zone. But with our next now really focusing T20 could just breathe a little bit easier, and Dark Ninjas will have a rough time getting inside of this next zone. Now, but they do drop a bolt maker, but it really won't do much as this still is natural cover inside of the zone. But with our next making the rotation, they will need to go out in the open and try and fight their way in. To now Demo on June 13th, trying to rotate in, with them keeping each other alive. But on next with the onslaught pressure, making it harder for him to rotate in. Devil gets knocked down due to the team. The last play left does get spotted by Lex, and he gets knocked down and fully eliminated. As we're now down to our last two teams, J10 and on next, and Darius and T20, both very good teams in this CTS right now. With Lex getting a nice knock on Katie, with Katie getting knocked down, but unfortunately will not be fully eliminated. Darius, he gets knocked down, but Haide is gonna beat it for the help up. Tank trying to put pressure on the plays on the T20 plays with the M249, but the shot is not really landing. He needs to keep the pressure onto them, try to make it a little harder for T20 to rotate in. But the next circle, the close circle closing, and now the next circle will appear. Actually no, not next circle. As now this final circle will start to close in less than 25 seconds. These two teams will need to get closer and fight for this second booyah. T20 16 kills, RNX 10, and trying to close it out on a booyah. But speaking of closing it out, RNX does have one of the members get knocked down. T20 going for the push. Darius does get knocked down, but T20 is able to win this gunfight. As Katie, the last player left for T20, no, not T20. RNX does get knocked down and fully eliminated, and T20 gets the second booyah for today's finals. So marvelous gunfight by T20 and RNX, but RNX just slipped up, unfortunately, giving T20 too much room to gain too much room to get the push. And once Katie got knocked, once one of the members got knocked down on next, that was a green light for T20 to go for the push. But good shit by RNX for sure. Again, top 2 and 10 kills, that's definitely going to help them out. But T20 with a 20 kill game and 32 points, that's just going to push them closer to getting to getting closer to Champion Rush. My apologies. Then Dark Ninjas with an 11 kill game, breaking out double digits, and getting top 3 is definitely going to help them out for sure. And also, while I'm sending the scores in right now, North Gang is looking pretty good too as well. With them getting 14 kills though, and in top 4, so those points is definitely gonna help them out. But they will need to keep it cooking. Mexico Squad is doing pretty good in their gunfights, but they're not really doing good on placement wise. So they will need to step it up as the match progresses. I mean, as the tournament progresses. Okay, so chat, give me a second. I'm just setting the scores in. Second to do. So there we go. Musuki didn't qualify? I thought he did. I thought Musuki. Oh no, they didn't. That's right. They came in templates. Anyway, so your top 3, T20, Riginex, and Dark Ninjas. 4th place, North Gang, Mexico Squad. 5th place, True Reaper. 6th place, E7 Empire 7th place, Team Fighters 8th place. Excuse me. Resilience Esports 9th place, Wagger 10th place, DCKH 11th place, and 90 in 12th place. So, Void, if you want to join these, if your team wants to join these tournaments, you can the best advice I could give you is join our Discord and have your team have your team be ready for when we announce our next tournament, our next series tournament in July. So that'll be the next way to so that way you'll be notified of when registration is open for that tournament, and then your team can sign up, play, and your team might be on your team might be here, your team might be in your team might be on the big on the big screen or the live screen and competing for the CTS Series 5 Phase 2 title, because that'll be the next tournament. And also YouTube, thank you for 360 subscribers right now. So I really appreciate you guys. It does mean a lot. That means that we are 40 subs away from hitting 400 subscribers. So again, guys, I appreciate you guys. It really does mean a lot, and I do love y'all support. Alright, so we're now going to get. We're now going into the second match. No, second match. Oh my god, I'm all over the place. The third match for today's finals. I'm trying to see who is going to get the second. Oh my god, the third booyah for today's P2S4 finals. So VZK was able, or VZK also known as RYX, was able to join the match, but they'll be at a disadvantage since they only have since they did miss the first two matches. They are now collecting points now from match 3 and on. So again, they'll be at a slight disadvantage, but they do have a chance though. It does depend on how they play. So for the teams that's in this match right now, we have North Gang, True Reapers, Resilience Esports, Team Fighters, DCKH, Mexa Squad, T20, E7 Empire, 90, Wagger, VZK, Dark Ninjas, and Richinex Esports. Those are your 13 teams in this match. Not 12 this time, it's 13. So these teams are gonna fight for their third booyah in today's finals, and I'm looking forward to see who's gonna kick it off. As for looks of it, it's gonna be North Gang here going up against True Reapers, and True Reapers did get fully eliminated by them. So True Reapers will definitely need to play this a little bit safer if they want to try to get some more points in this tournament. But Nagi does take a lot of damage. Scapegoat for True Reapers, he takes a lot of damage by Trapstar. Nagi gets knocked right back down. So, but other than that, that True Reapers fight and North Gang fight we'll catch back later as a team that we do really need to pay attention to right now is 90. 90 did get fully eliminated in the first 2 matches. If they get fully eliminated again in the 3rd match, they will not be set up any better. But they do get 3 kills right now off of VZK. So VZK does need, they do need to make sure that they get it together, as he now down 2 players. 90 does have 3 players. I mean, they do 3 plays. They do have 3 kills right now, but they would need to step it up for this match. This is a match that they would need to desperately at least get top 3 in 20 kills if they will have a chance to if they will have a chance to at least be in high contention for champion rush. But Dami does get knocked down and fully eliminated by Capybara for DCKH. Yo, while we're on DCKH, I want to give them props though. They did marvelous in qualifiers yesterday, and in the qualifiers in the group in the qualifiers for the previous weekend. Now I think DCKH is one of those teams that's a sleeper team that you will see them perform very well later on in the tournament. But right now they're not really doing too hot though, as 90 is keeping that pressure on them. And Gumi and Capybara is knocked down, but Cappy does get help up, and DCKH team is able to stay together. Good teamwork by them, but they do get caught off guard. Now DNL is the last player left for his team. He needs to win his gunfight, but unfortunately he can't. And DCKH and Dark Ninjas is your first 2 teams to be fully eliminated in match 3. With both two teams at least getting 2 more kills, but they are the first 2 to be fully wiped out. And good thing is 90 is not the first team to be wiped out, but not only did they're not the first team to be wiped out, but they currently have 8 kills in this match, making them the current killers as of right now. So T20 shooting somebody out of the sky, which is one of the E7 members, but they don't. But fortunately, that player does not take any more damage, and he is able to stay alive in this match. Actually, no, that was not E7 member. That was actually Maja from Mexico Squad getting taking some damage from Darius. But Darius and T20 needs to be careful, as now TF is joining this gunfight here. Mexico Squad is doing okay, but they need to stay together and they need to win these gunfights. But milking for T20 does get knocked down. Not get knocked down. He does knock down Chili and does get the full elimination on him as well. T20 was just taking a gunfight against Mexico Squad, fully eliminating 2 of the players and putting Mexico Squad in a 2-play situation, forcing them to try to get a team back and regain and reset for the latest stage of this this tournament. So now the lower team right now is doing pretty okay, but they do need to step it up, especially Resilience, with no kills and is struggling in this tournament. Does need to get it together. They need to hit top 3 in this game, and they also need to get more kills. So speaking of a team that would not be hitting top 3 in this match, is VZK Esports, going out in 11th place with 3 kills, which means that they would not be getting any points for this match, but he still got 5. They still got 4 matches left after. 5 matches left after this to at least get to Champion Rush. So now Mexico Squad taking the gunfight against 90, but unfortunately they lose one of the plays, being Maja for Mexico Squad. And now they actually made that 2 plays, but Sleepy does get knocked down, and same for Chili. But Sleepy does give a revive, but Chili would not be in the same boat, as now Mexico Squad is having a little rough time here. Sleepy dropping into a war zone between both T20 and E7, and now True Reapers is decided to join the gunfight here. So Sleepy is definitely going to have a rough time getting out of this situation. True Reapers trying to put pressure on T20, but T20 is retaliating. Same for E7, as E7 is having a little rough time here actually, and is not able to get their foot settled, as E7 is now down to 1 player and T20 down to 2. Sleepy getting knocked down by Scapegoat with a nice play shot from him. Now True Reapers is trying to put pressure on TF. Two rival teams in the CTS. These teams is not new to each other. They're familiar with each other. They know how they pretty much play, and they know how to either capitalize on the gunfights and how to expose both of their teams. Vanshu getting knocked down, fully eliminated by User. Potato, Ghost Patel trying to get some more knocks on the True Reapers team, but both of them is not getting any angles, and they're not really getting any openings to try to get really aggressive here. Potato will get a knock. Well, not get a knock. He will get a revive on Vanshu, but Potato gets knocked down, and same for Patel. True Reapers is able to win this gunfight as of right now against TF, and now TF would need to back off and reset this situation and try to figure out what is the game plan. They are down 2 members, 5 kills though, and it's in 10th place, and the rest of the members is really spread apart. Vanshu pretty much out in the open. He gets knocked down by Scapegoat with the MA2B. Nice well placed shots by Scapegoat again, but he would not be getting the full rep on TF, and TF does have a chance to get the team back. Excuse me, but they would need to try to play it more safer now. Trapstar does get knocked down. Chicho try and go for the full kill, but Nagi is gonna beat it to keep his team alive, to keep his teammate alive, and he will beat it to get the help up as well, and also get the 5th kill too for his team. Now Mission for Wagger getting caught off guard here out in the open, with Wagger doing but they could be doing a whole lot better. They need to get the team together and also get the team fully back into the match. As Wagger is kind of struggling-ish here. Misha does not see Nagi, but Nagi does get shot from the side, making him weak. And Misha does have a chance to push him here, which I think he will. All he needs to do is play some good shots on Nagi, and Nagi will be knocked down. But he does get knocked down by zone. DSN is going to beat him to knock down Misha to keep his teammate alive and also get North Gang's 6th kill of this match. Akabi is in the crosshairs of Trap King, but Trap King does divert his attention to Chicho, but he gets third party. He gets shot from the side, is now using the launch pad to try to escape, but unfortunately he gets shot out of the sky by Chicho, and he will be fully knocked down and eliminated. So now T-Kill go outside the zone, from what I assume is trying to go to the machine. Yes, going to the machine to get his teammates back into the match. And now Chicho, seeing Trapstar, trying to see if he can get another kill for his team, as that kill will be very beneficial. Nagi does get knocked down, fully eliminated by T-Kill, and Wagger has now 4 kills in this match. But 90 waking up, opening up a can of whoop ass, if you want to say, with 17 kills in this match. 3 kills away from hitting the 20 kill marker, actually make that 2 kills now, as 90 is doing very good here, dominating the lobby here. But the main question is, can they get the booyah to get more points added on? They do really good now, and so far they are able to hold out one of the members from Wagger. But they wouldn't need to be careful. But they will need to be careful. They do not want to overextend too much. 9 was the last play left for E7, but is able to get 2 of his plays back into the match. T20 does have 7 kills right now, but they are down 1 player. Actually, not anymore. As Milking does get brought back by Darius, and he is able to get back into the match. 9 kind of struggling here, again stuck on the fence, far outside the zone, which will make his rotation a little bit harder. User knocks down Sleepy, and now Mexican Squad is put in a 1-player situation. They do have 8 kills, but they need to try to collect more coins. But if they can't, they need to try to survive for placement points. TF making their rotation into next zone, trying to get a good spot. TF is also doing pretty good in this match with 8 kills, but they could do just a little bit better though. T20 going up against is going up against 90 here, as 90 fully eliminates 2 of their players and is now on 20 kills, and would definitely redeem themselves after the first 2 matches, but they would need to have another game like this to get even closer to Champion Rush. And unfortunately for Mexican Squad, they get fully wiped. They're the next team to be fully wiped out from, unfortunately, the safe zone. So now looking at the zone here, it now goes towards the middle-ish, kind of pushing towards this the north and western side. So the teams that is on the eastern side, not the eastern, the western side, will have a little more better rotation. But the teams on the southern side and eastern will make it, the rotation will be just a little bit harder, but they do have a chance to get inside of the zone here. North Gang, your next team to be fully wiped out by Wagger. So Wagger does have 6 kills now, and they do get another team wipe. Who's on Champion Rush? Nobody is on Champion Rush at the moment. Team Fighters is the next team to be fully wiped out. Darius for T20, the last play left for his team. And mind you, T20 did win the previous match, being match 2, but now his chances of winning is dropping down lower and lower, as he is the last player left for his team. On next, they're down to 2 players left, Tank and Katie, trying to see if they could probably put some pressure on 90. Excuse me, trying to put some pressure on 90 here, which they do get a knock though, but I don't know if they could get the full kill. No, but Tank is spraying down with the M249, but Katie getting caught off guard by Wagger, does get knocked down, but Tank will be there for the help up. But can't say the same for Tank, and can definitely not say the same for Katie, as on next is the next team to be fully wiped out by Wagger. And now Wagger has 8 kills in this match, but 90 with 25 kills, 5 kills away from hitting 30 kills in this match, is thriving right now. They're going all out for this match. Redeeming themselves for match 2 and more. If anything, they just might put themselves in at least top 5 with this performance here. Excuse me. But Swindler does get knocked down. But Gio is gonna be there for the help up to keep his teammate alive. Wagger does need to rotate inside the zone. Darius, he also needs to rotate. He needs to hope that he does not get spotted here. If he does get knocked on Dami, that will be very beneficial, but he does not get the headshot and only gets a nice, a chunk of damage. And unfortunately for him, Dami finds him, gets a nice well-placed shot onto him, and T20 will be fully eliminated in 4th place. Excuse me. So now we're down to our last 3 teams left. 90 Pakite and E7 and Wagger. Both teams is going at it, but 90 loses 2 of the players, Gio and Cuba, the last 2 players left. Peppa Pig and Michael for their team, their last 2 players left. Peppa Pig win a gunfight against Cuba with the assistance of Michael, but they still need to rotate in. Wagger is able to get inside the zone. It will be able to hold out both teams and will have a chance to get the 3rd booyah for this match. But Gio is able to barely get into the zone, same for Michael and Peppa Pig. But if Wagger is able to close, able to get the damage onto both teams, they could get the third booyah for today's finals, and this would be very beneficial for them as well. But with the zone closing, they need to hold them out. So now, actually the zone closing, but E7 in 90 does have a chance to be just a little bit easier as the zone does pull towards their favor. But Michael does get knocked down, and Peppa Pig as well. So now 90 does fully wipe out E7. But with Gio being the last play left, he needs to try to win a gunfight here against Wagger. But the chances are he most likely will not. If he is able to get a clutch here, that'd be very beneficial for Wagger. So now Wagger does have the numbers. They have the advantage here. They just need to eliminate Gio. And Gio does have a chance, but he needs to play it top tier perfectly here. He's throwing everything in his inventory to try to get some damage onto the members from Wagger. But those nades are not landing. Wagger is not inside the house. They're waiting for him to jump out because they know he has to rotate pretty soon. So Wagger playing the waiting game, and same for Gio. But right now they're not really pushing though. But Chicho does get the roof here and is trying to see if he could probably get the window angle if he can. But Gio is holding his spot, not giving him too much leverage. It is not overextending at the moment, but with less than 8 seconds left for the zone, he will need to drop down and take the gunfight regardless. If he is able to get one more kill, that'd be 1 extra point for his team. He does drop down. He does get a knock on a Kabi. Can he maybe get 2 more knocks here though? That'd be very beneficial for his team though. Gio going for the push. Wagger trying to fully eliminate him here if he can. If Gio is able to win this though, that would be an amazing clutch by him. Gio playing ring around the rosy, using the house as his leverage. Tico does get pushed by Gio. Tico does get knocked down, but unfortunately for Gio, he does not win the gunfight against Chicho, and is able to get. And Chicho and Wagger is able to get the third booyah for today's finals. Also, Jamil, thanks for the heart, man. Appreciate it. It does mean a lot. It does mean a lot, man. Also, Jamil, check your Discord notifications later, dude. I need to ask you something. So, Wagger getting a third booyah, closing the third match out with 9 kills in first place, but 90 with a 31 kill game and 40 points. 40 points in this for match 2. Just might have put them in top 4 or 5. But they would need to get another game like that to keep them stable. So give me a second, chat. Let me set the scores into my mod so you can add them up. Yeah, match 4 is going to be a doozy right now. So give me a second. 12 and now 13. Okay, give me updated. Okay, cool. Okay, so Wagga first place, 92nd, E7 Empire third. Then we have T20 coming in fourth place, Virginex coming in fifth, True Reapers coming in sixth, Team Fighters coming in seventh, North Gang coming in eighth place, Mexican Squad coming in ninth place, Brazilians 10th, VZK 11th, Dark Ninjas 13th, and DCKH in 13th place. So we are now going to get ready to go into match 4. As we hit match 4, we have match 4 and 3 matches left after that. Again, chat, the teams, in order for a team to hit champion rush, they would need to hit 90 points, not 80, 90. So yeah, those teams will need to will definitely need to step it up if they're on the bottoms. If they're on the bottoms, yeah, the teams definitely need to step it up, especially if a team is that is that's like now we do so good. They have a chance they have a chance to get closer to champion rush, but they do need to step it up. So yeah, one team left. We could give them a chance to join back. Right, so with that being said, we are now going into match 4 for the Phase 2 Series 4 Finals. So okay, let me get set up. Yep, okay, so here we go. So right now, so again, we have 13 teams in this lobby. VZK will just have a lot of catching up to do, and 90 is also doing also doing very good right now too. If they are able to get another game like that, another game again, like how they did back in match 3, they would definitely get closer to they'll definitely get closer to hitting champion rush. So for the teams that's in this lobby, we have VZK, True Reapers, Mexican Squad, RNX, Resilience Esports, North Gang, T20, E7 Empire, 90, Wagga, Team Fighters, DCKH, and Dark Ninjas. These are your 13 teams. These are your 13 teams that's in this lobby trying to fight for the 4th booyah for tonight. So now Virginex having Tank getting knocked down by Geo for 90, as now Geo is going for the push here and is going to get the first blood in this match, with 90 kicking it off strong here and is trying to get another game like how they had it, back in match 3. J10 out in the open he does take some damage, and he does get knocked by actually 9, as E7 is in the area. They actually have decided to third party's gonna fight. Katie, Geo taking their one-on-one, but Geo loses the gunfight against Kate, and Kate does get knocked down. Resilience and Wagga, they're going at it right now, with Resilience knocking out 2 of the players for their team. And Resilience might be able to get the full team wipe. No, actually, Wagga comes out above in the gunfight. The Resilience does lose 3 of the members, and 90, after just having a marvelous game 3, is the first team to get fully wiped out. Come on, bro, you can't be doing that, man. How you get a 31 kill game, second place too, and you go out in 13th place, the first team to get fully eliminated. Oh, come on, man. And True Reapers follow suit as they're the next team to be fully wiped out. So now the remaining teams left will have a chance to get closer to Champion Rush now, especially E7 as they're now the current killers right now with 5 kills. Actually make that 6 kills as Tank for Rich of our next does get knocked down and fully eliminated. Michael might find Gen 10 here, which he will. He also will get the full elimination as well. As now E7 does get 7 kills off the rip. So now DCKH is taking a gunfight against Mecha Squad, and Mecha Squad is now down to 2 plays left. And Mecha Squad does have 6 kills right now, only 1 kill away from being tied up with E7. But they need to step it up though. Mecha Squad does have a very good chance of hitting Champion Rush, but they would need to get more kills, and they would definitely need to get higher placement if they want to win these gunfights. If they want to get closer to Champion Rush. E7 now on 9 kills. Does have 2 to plays knocked down, but 9 is able to get help up. But Forchi cannot say the same for Michael. Elmano get a knock on Dave. Demo, the prime definition of being one shot, very close to being knocked down. But he's able to land, and he will have a shot. He will have a chance to heal up and reset for this gunfight. But Dave, he gets knocked down, and he will be able to get helped up. But which means that that E7 will not be getting their 4 kills right now. So now Wagger resuming the gunfight against Resilient, but Resilient is holding the spot down, and they'll be able to play a more defensive game against Wagger. Elmano gets some nice damage on both Aura and Dave, but he does not get a knockdown. But Dave, he's weak, but Elmano, he gets knocked down by June 13th. And June does get knocked down himself, and he does get fully eliminated by Peppa Pig. And Peppa Pig with a nice back-to-back quick kill on Dave as well for Dark Ninjas, and is able to get 2 quick kills off of the plays as well. And now Armano does get help up, and he will be able to keep the pressure on Dark Ninjas as Dark Ninjas is trying to fight off E7. Demo and Aura, the last 2 plays left. Demo is gonna get full push here. He gets knocked down. Jay or Aura, the last player, not 2 players, the last player for Dark Ninjas will need to disengage. But he needs to be careful as he is running towards our next. If he does get fully eliminated here, his team will be the next team to be fully wiped out, which they are. And Rich next does find the last player for Ninjas, and Ninjas is the next team to be fully wiped out. J10 does get knocked down, but he will be able to get help up as now E7 is trying to divert. Now E7 will divert their attention towards our next now, as E7 has 12 kills in this match, and it is getting very, very closer to hitting Champion Rush. Now Rich next is trying to look for angles here. If Elmano gets knocked down, this would be very beneficial to Rich next. But J10 does push here. He does get some nice damage on Elmano, but Elmano wins the gunfight against him and does get the knock. Michael for E7, he gets knocked down. He be fully eliminated. Kate trying to keep the pressure on Elmano and trying to keep E7 on their toes. Peppa Pig, he will be knocked down. He must likely be fully eliminated as well. And now E7 down a player. Tank and Kate going for the push on Elmano. Elmano take a lot of damage here, trying to stay alive here. But Tank is keeping the pressure and safe for Kate. J10 does get knocked down. Elmano, he gets knocked down. Kate gets knocked down, but Tank is gonna be there for the help up. Tank gets knocked down, and Kate would need to help him up as well, but Kate will get pushed here, and she'll be getting knocked down. And now Ghost is the last player left for Rich next, and he would need to try to get his team back. And into this match, and E7 will be able to win. Will be able to win a gunfight against Witchnex, and they will get 16 kills in this match right now. And unfortunately, for the next team to be fully wiped out is VZK, struggling today right now. And TF having 2 of the members knocked down, but they do get helped up as Northgang was able to get the knocks onto them, but they will not be able to get the full kills. So Wagner and TF, the other 2 teams that's really doing good right now for kill wise. Even though they are 6 kills away from being tied up against E7, they could potentially put a halt to E7 if E7 does lose a gunfight against them. It does lose a gunfight against either one of those teams or any of the teams that's left alive. Now Mexico Squad putting pressure on Goss on next, as Goss does get his teammates back, but they will have a lot of resetting and regaining to do. Kate does get knocked down. Goss wants into E7 right now, trying to just outmaneuver them, trying to get away. Tank, he gets knocked down, which does leave Goss in J10 as the last 2 plays left for RNX. As RNX is having a rough time here. Now E7 does take some damage. My apologies for the stunning. Oh my god. Does take some damage from Mecha Squad, as Mecha Squad wants to try to fully eliminate them. Now they did fully eliminate them in match 2, but can they do it again in match 4? They do have a chance though, but they would need to play carefully. They would need to play strategically as well. If Mexican Squad does get the full elimination on E7, that will benefit them a lot here. White, for resilience, does take some damage, but he's able to get inside the car but not escape though, as Sleepy, for a nice shot onto White, does get the knock, and he does get the full elimination as well. Maja going for the push here, but he gets knocked down. Sleepy and Adrian now need to play their life carefully here, as in now the last 2 plays left for Mexican Squad. 9 and Amano playing it damn near perfectively, with Adrian getting knocked down and fully eliminated. Sleepy will be able to get the revive on Chili, keeping his team alive in 2-player, but unfortunately they will have to reset as well and try to get things back the way they were for the later stage of this gunfight. And Witchnex does run into T20, and T20 fully wipes out Witchnex, as Witchnex is the next team to be fully wiped out. So now we're down to our last 8 teams, and those last 8 teams will need to get inside the zone except T20, as T20 is already inside the next zone and is set up to hold the teams out. And unfortunately, Team Fighters will be the next team to be fully wiped out in match 4. So as you do take a look at this next zone, it does go to the northern western side. So that means the teams on the southern eastern and the southern western will need to rotate in. And good thing is, those teams on those sides is not really closer to each other, but they still would need to fight their way in if T20 does decide to gatekeep them. So now DCKH taking a gunfight against Wagger here, with Wagger keeping that pressure onto them, as EPR and Flux are the last 2 plays left. Capybara is still knocked down. For the looks of it, will most likely will not be get helped up, though he will, as Gumi will be there to assist him and get the help up for his team. And DCKH will win that gunfight for now against Wagger, and they're now on 5 kills. And speaking of kills, E7 with 22 kills in this match, trying to see if it can increase the kill count even more. 9 does get knocked down by Trap King from Northgang, and Northgang does get 6 kills in this match. Somebody needs to put a halt on E7, as E7 is dominating in today's tournament, with them getting a lot of kills in this match. DCKH is struggling right now with Flux and Capybara knocked down, Gumi fully eliminated, and T-Duck does get sniped mid-fall from T-Kill. And T-Kill from Wagga fully eliminates them as Wagga has 17 kills in this match, giving E7 a run for their money and is in contention from hitting Champion Rush as well. T20 kind of struggling here with them only having 1 kill right now, but they do have a good spot of zone, but they would need to rotate soon. Mono does get knocked down with the assistance of both T20 and Northgate, but Northgate is getting held out here. They're trying to rotate in, but they have the 2 plays knocked down and fully eliminated. 3 plays actually, with Northgate being fully eliminated by T20. And now Peppa Pig is trying to go out to the zone, but Lex for T20 knows that he's trying to go to the machine and is gatekeeping him, trying to stop him. But Peppa Pig is able to get to the red machine and will be able to bring back Michael and Elmano. Resilience is able to stay alive to top 5, but only 2 kills to their name. They would definitely need to try to at least get 10 kills or more in this match if they want to get closer to hitting Champion Rush. Mexican Squad down to 1 play left, trying to play their life as well, but they still have the other 4 teams left alive and will need to try to play their life here. Scripps, White, and Extreme get fully eliminated, and they'll be fully wiped out as E7 stops the push on Resilience, and Resilience is now down to only 1 player left, being BRX, as BRX now has to play his life now, to play it carefully. Wagga sees T20 trying to rotate in, trying to make their rotation a little harder, but unfortunately T20 does have a nice spot zone and they do have natural cover, so Wagga will not be able to put the pressure, will not be able to get any knocks or kills on T20. So now with his next zone closing, we're determined on who has a high chance of winning, and that'll be T20 here, as he do have the zone advantage, as they are very close to zone, which means that Wagga and E7 will need to drop down from Refinery and go to the crevice between the bridge, that's where between the bridge, and would need to fight on the low ground against T20, as T20 has a marvelous spot against E7 and Wagga, but they do get third party, as Milking does get shot from the side, but he does get help up. Mexican Squad does get fully eliminated, coming 4th place, gain those places points that they need, but they would need to get a little more later on in today's tournament. T20 kind of struggling here, as he do get focused by Wagga, as Wagga is able to drop the bolt maker, I believe. Actually, no, that's T20's bolt maker. So Wagga would need to get inside the zone. Same for E7, as Wagga will drop down and trying to put pressure on T20, because they know that T20 has prime real estate in this zone here. They know that they could definitely hold out their team. BRX, he needs to get out of the zone, but he takes too much damage from Misha from Wagga, and Wagga will fully eliminate Resilience, but Resilience does get those pleasure points that they need for this tournament, but they only get 2 kills, I apologize, 3 kills, so that would not help them out that much. Lex for T20 does get knocked down, but he will be able to get help up. Wagga trying to put pressure on E7, because E7 and Wagga does have zone pull, and both those teams can now put pressure on T20, as T20 is kind of struggling here, as Milking does get knocked down, and my apologies for the drone view, and T20 does have a chance to they have a chance to rotate here, which they do, and trying to put pressure on E7. But E7 is having a good defense. 2 plays knocked down, fully eliminated from T20. But Darius does get a knock on the players, but he unfortunately not get a full kill. Hayate trying to go for the cleanup, but unfortunately he can't. And E7 will be able to get helped up and will be able to try to rotate in. But Wagger capitalized on the knockdown. It does have 1 play left for E7, and E7 trying to reset for the gunfire, but unfortunately they can't. And Wagger will get the 4th. Booyah! For today's finals, getting a 4th booyah for today, and is able to clean up E7 with Wagger getting, which I believe 20 kills right off of that. No, 23 kills in this match. 35 points, a 4-point difference from E7 Empire with their 39 points, with E7 getting 30 points in this match. T20 getting third place with only 3 kills though. So they would definitely have a rougher time for today. So hold on, chat. Let me send the scores in. Is it tracking properly? Is it? Okay, it is. Give me a second, chat. You already know I got the points. The scores in, so you can see who's closer to Champion Rush. Alright, so let's see. So as of right now, chat. So I'm gonna tell you I'm gonna tell you placement, and I'm gonna show you who is closer to 90 points before the scores be put in for match 4. So the scores that you're about to see right now before actually, is he able to put the scores in right now, or I'm gonna see if he's able to put the scores in right now for match 4. That'd be lovely. But if not, though, I'll show you for match 3, and then we have a better idea who's close to Champion Rush after match 4. So Wagger first, E7 second, T20 third, Resilience 4th place, Mexican Squad 5th, North getting 6th place, DCKH 7th, Team Fighters 8th, Rich Next 9th place, VCK Esports 10th, Dark Ninjas 11th, True Reapers 12th, and 90 13th place. So he's not gonna put the scores in just yet, but again, I will show you. Again, this is after match 3. This is not after match 4. Match 4 scores are still being put in right now. The match 4 scores has not been put in at the moment, so this is after match 3. So so right now, here's how the scores look. After match 3, match 4 scores is being put will be put in shortly. So T20 is closer to hitting Champion Rush though. This before match scores are put in. I don't know what that means. So yeah. But yeah. So right now, E7. Yeah. Oh, I guess the scores is be put in. So you know what. So you know, chat. We're gonna watch the scores be put in live time, and we will see who's on Champion Rush. And from the looks of it, it's actually E7 with 99 points, and they're on Champion Rush. T20 is 8 points away from hitting Champion Rush. Wagger is 20, not 20, is 14 points from hitting Champion Rush right now. North Gang will be 33 points for hitting Champion Rush, and Team Fighters will be 34 points for hitting Champion Rush. So right now, E7 is the only team going into match 5 that would be on Champion Rush right now. So if E7 wins the next match or any of the remaining matches, they will win. Is on they will win the P2 Series 4 finals. But if any team fully eliminates them, they will not be on Champion Rush, and they will not win based on Champion Rush. So we still got match 5, 6, 7, and 8 for us to determine on who will win. But T20 does have a chance to win this though, because again they're only 8 points away from hitting Champion Rush. So if E7 Empire gets fully eliminated, then T20 gets 8 or more points in this next match, match 7. Match 6 and on, T20 will have a chance to sweep it under E7 again, as they did back in Phase 2 Series 3. But let's see if E7 could close it out in match 5 or any of the remaining matches for today's finals. Which team left here? Which next? No. So chat, we start in 1 minute. If we will have to see on who. Let's see. Okay. So fortunately, one team did leave. I don't know if they're gonna come back though. I think hopefully they will. Let's see, the teams. No, it's not WhatsApp team. It's not WhatsApp team. So everybody's here. Not everybody here, but we have one team that is missing. Who's missing? Well, anyway, they're missing. You think? All right, so that being said, we're gonna go into match 5 again. E7 is the only team right now that is on Champion Rush. So if E7 wins this match or any of the remaining matches for the tournament, they could win. They could be your new Phase 2 champions and break T20's win streak in Phase 2. But again, speaking of T20, they're only 8 points away from hitting Champion Rush. So if E7 gets fully eliminated, and if T20 gets 8 or more points this match, then match 6 will determine if any of those two teams could win it. So with that being said, we are now in the 5th match for the P2S4 finals. So unfortunately, we are missing 3 teams. We're missing 2 more teams. Hopefully they do join back. So right now, the teams that's in this lobby: T20, VZK, Mexa Squad, On Next, Resilience, North Gang, Team Fighters, E7, True Reapers, Wagger, and DCKH. Again, if E7 wins this match or any of the remaining matches, they'll be crowned your Phase 2 Series 4 champions. But they do have 2 of the players knocked down right now. But as Resilience, as T20 is putting pressure onto them. T20 again is one of the teams that is a team that is 8 points away from hitting Champion Rush, and has now put E7 in a very bad spot, getting 3 kills off of them, and does have a chance to fully eliminate E7. But it does depend on how they take the gunfights remaining here, or remaining in the rest of this match. DCKH taking go up against Mexa Squad. Resilience go up against On Next. With Resilience down to only 1 player left. Actually not On Next. That was True Reapers. Go up against True Reapers. As True Reapers wins a gunfight, but they do lose only 1 of their players. So now Mexa Squad putting DCKH in a 1-player situation. With the last player for DCK will need, or DCK will need to try to get players back. As from what I understand, as the free revive is still in play, but he will just need to survive just a little bit longer. Wagger, a team that is a team that is 14 points away from hitting Champion Rush, will need to go all out if they want to hit Champion Rush next match. And for the first team to be fully wiped out, DCKH is your first team to go back to the lobby by the hands of RNX, as Gumi does not survive long enough to get his team back into the match. So now 10 teams looked alive, and everybody is doing pretty good right now. Again, E7 is on Champion Rush, so they most likely are going to play more safer now. But all it takes is 1 bad gunfight and a full team wipe to extend this tournament into a 6th match. So now Team Fighters going up against Mexa Squad with Mexa Squad knocking out 2 of the players, almost 3 if Devil goes down, which he does. Potato trying to see if he could try to get his teammate hooked up, but no. TF is now put in a 1-player situation as Mexa Squad wins their gunfight against them, and Mexa Squad is doing pretty good right now. But again, Mexa Squad right now, if you don't count this match, is 34 points away from hitting Champion Rush. So they would need to hit a marvelous game here if they want to get closer to hitting that. But they do have a chance though. They just need to hope that E7 does not win the gunfight. And for the next team to be fully wiped out is Team Fighters. White, he gets knocked down, but BRX does get knocked on Scapegoat. BRX and Resilience taking a gunfight against True Reapers, but unfortunately they do lose 2 of the players as BRX and White do get knocked down and fully eliminated. T20 5 kills right now, and the most likely will be closer to hitting Champion Rush right now. Not most likely, they will be close to hitting Champion Rush. So now all they need is 3 more points to hit the marker. Peppa Pig does get knocked down. Hermano, he gets knocked down. 9 and Michael, the last 2 surviving players left, trying to see if they could get the team to get a team back into the lobby. As he do have 1 kill, like I said before, E7 is trying to play a little more safer now, based on the fact that they are on Champion Rush. But T20 does run into on next as on next does have 2 other players knocked down. It was on T20 just now. Yeah, the other players fully eliminated, and now T20 will have to play a little safer now to get the 2 players back. But right now they have 7 kills and 9 teams left alive. They are now on. They'll now be put on Champion Rush going into match 6. If you go to match 6, if E7 gets fully eliminated, does not win this match. Now Rich next going all out now as he do to the gunfight against on next. On next North Gang, as now North Gang is down 3 players and Trap King is the last player left. On next trying to win this gunfight against them, which they kind of do, but on next does lose a tank, and Trapstar will have a chance to be helped up, which he will, as King does get the help up and keep his teammate alive and keep the team in a 2-man. My apologies for the mess up. So on next, 5 kills right now and just trying their best to get more points. Mexican squad does get pushed by VCK as 2 of the players does get knocked down, one of them being fully eliminated. Chili, Sleepy trying to get away, but Sleepy does get knocked down. Chili, the last player left, needs to get away from VCK, as VCK is desperately trying to get the full team up on Mexican squad, but Chili will be able to get to the red machine, and he'll be able to buy 2 of his players back. So now VZK going up against Wagger here, as Wagger decides that they want to join a gunfight and they want a piece of the pie. Chili runs into Darius. Darius does not see him, but Chili sees him instead. Darius taking a one-on-one against him, but Chili wins a gunfight, but unfortunately he does get knocked down by Playboy and fully eliminated as well. Chicho, he gets knocked down, and VZK Esports gets fully eliminated by Wagger. And Wagger has now 7 kills and is much closer to hitting Champion Rush, because again they need 14 points. If they get 7 more kills though, that will put them on Champion Rush to get Champion Rush going into match 6, as long as E7 does not win this final match. Not final match. They did not win this match. Now T20 and Wagger going at it here. Misha does get knocked down, fully eliminated by Darius. Chicho, T-Kill, and Kate and Kabi needs to play the life a little more strategic here, as it now a 3-player team. Misha does get brought back, but he will need to land and try to get his team back into the game. Cap does trade with Milking, with him getting knocked down, but he does have a chance to get help up. Chicho does drop down on Darius, trying to see if he could probably get the knock and kill on him. As Wagger does now have 8 kills. Chicho putting pressure on Darius. Darius trying to bob and weave away from him, but he does get put in a pinch here, and will Darius get knocked down? Yes, he does. Darius does get knocked down. T20 is down a player. And now T20 will need to play as a 3-man until they are able to get Darius back into the match. North Gang getting pressured by True Reapers here, as Nagy does get knocked down. True Reapers keeping that pressure on North Gang and trying to make their life a little harder, but Scripps does catch Scapegoat off guard, and Scripps fully eliminates him, as well as True Reapers is now in a 3-player team for this match at the moment. E7 back to E7, they're just playing their life now, trying to not overextend when they don't have to, making sure that they could just try to make sure that they play safe and make sure that they put themselves in a better position to get the booyah and close the match, close the match and this tournament as P2S4 champions. Now Resilience putting pressure on True Reapers, but Scripps does get knocked down by User. We get helped up though. Yes, he maybe not here, as User stops the help up by Extreme, and Scripps will be fully eliminated by him. But White, just a gunfight here, does get a lot of damage on User. They can't get a knockdown at the moment. He does it, but Extreme is gonna try to go there for the push, but no. User is able to get away, but he does run right past both of them. I thought he was gonna go for the push, but unfortunately he doesn't. Actually, not unfortunately, but unfortunately he doesn't. But User knocks down BRX, is able to get some more coins to keep his team alive, to buy back his team and keep them alive, and get the 10th kill for True Reapers. North Gang trying to see North Gang with Nagy near Mecha Squad, but he does get away from them and is able to stay alive to keep his team alive. But he's still alive and get away from them. But he does run into E7, and he does get put in a pinch by Mecha Squad as Nagi will get knocked down. Trap King, he's putting in a blunder here. He takes a lot of damage, but he is able to heal up for a moment. But Trapstar does get third party by Scripps for Resilient, as Scripps is being a pain in the ass for a lot of teams here, as he is that one player that does tend to third party gunfights, but he really doesn't get the knocks nor the kills. But he is able to be that thorn in the side for teams that does to the gunfights. So now Wagger going up against, from what I see, is True Reapers, now has 14 kills now, and they will definitely hit Champion Rush if we go to a match 6. And same for T20, as they have 9 kills. And they will also be hitting Champion Rush if you go to match 6. They just need to hope that T20 gets fully eliminated and True Reapers gets fully wiped out by T20. So now the rest of the teams that's in this lobby will kind of need to band together to make sure that E7 is not winning. Wagger, T20, Mecha Squad, Resilience, Northgate, and on next need to really make sure that E7 does not win this match if they want to go to match 6 to at least have a chance to win this match. But E7 is playing their lives. They're playing the position and not making it any easier for the team that's rotating near them, which is Mecha Squad, making their rotation a little harder and trying to make their life a living hell. Lex does get knocked on a T kill for Wagger, and Wagger does get fully eliminated as Chicho does get knocked down by Lex. And Wagger will, even though they do get fully eliminated, but they do hit the required points that they need to be on Champion Rush if we go to another match. Now Amano trying to put pressure on Goat, but unfortunately he does not get the knock onto him, and on next will be able to stay alive a little bit longer. Maja and the rest of Mecha Squad does get the knock on Trap King, and Trap King will most likely be fully eliminated, as now the teams that's left alive is trying to rotate in. On next does get fully eliminated, which does leave for the last 5 teams. E7 just playing this small orange house with their lives, because again they're on Champion Rush. They know that they have to try to win this match here, as you do see T20 making the rotation into zone, trying to make it a little harder here, as T20 is trying to get into the zone here, as E7 is gatekeeping them. In the meantime, Resilient and now Resilience and Mexico Squad is fighting on the other side of the zone, trying to make their lives a little bit held up. But these two teams need to really put pressure on E7, as E7 does get a knock on one of the members for T20. Now Resilience taking a gunfight against Mexico Squad, but both teams is not really benefiting here, as Scripps and Extreme does get knocked down, and they do get fully eliminated, as the rest of Resilience gets the full elimination on Resilience, and they do get a full elimination on Northgate as well. So now down to our last two teams, Mexico Squad and E7, and now E7 only has to deal with one more team. If E7 fully eliminates Mexico Squad, they will be crowned your Phase 2 Series 4 champions. But Mexico Squad needs to fully eliminate E7 if they want to go to a match 6. They are getting knocked though. 9 does get knocked down, but he does get help up. So it's now on to an even 3-on-3, and Mexico Squad does have the zone pull. Adrian, Sleepy, Major putting that pressure on E7, trying to make E7 have a hard time, as El Mano does get knocked down, and the Bowmaker is still in play. But El Mano will get helped up. He will have a chance to pop the med kit, but that zone is closing. They would need to rotate in. Mexico Squad needs to keep the pressure onto them. Peppa Pig, he gets knocked down. He most likely will be fully eliminated. So it's up to Michael and Almano to try to win this match, but Almano gets knocked down. Mexico Squad has a chance to close this match out and go to a match 6 if they find the last play and kill him, which they do. And we will be going to a match 6, ladies and gentlemen, as Mexico Squad gets the 5th as we now go to a match 6, and 2 more teams will be on Champion Rush, which is T20 and Mexico Squad. They kind of wish it kind of worked, which would be T20 and Wagger. So check WhatsApp. Okay. So now. So now, I think he said, so now we are now going into a match 6, as Mexico Squad is able to get the booyah for match 5 and stop E7 from winning this match. Yeah, just give me a second, chat. Let me just So wow. What a well-played game by Mexico Squad, dude. Yo, chat, you have to give a round of applause for that team, bro. They just stopped E7 from winning this match and winning the tournament as of right now. And we will now go to a match 6. So give me a second, chat. Let me set the scores in, and I gotta put the scores in right now. So it's gonna take a little longer for us to go into the 6th match. So just be patient. Let me just do this right quick. Alright, so let me send match. So what did he say? Mexico Squad, Squad. Can I take it to go to Booyah? Mexico Squad. Got it. Okay, so chat. So listen. Listen. We could go. Listen. I got to put the scores in, so it's gonna take a little bit longer to go to match 7. So North Gang is Mexico Squad first, E7 Empire second, T20 on 3rd, North Gang 4th place, Resilience 5th, Rich Next 6th, Wagger 7th, Troopers 8th, VCK 9th, Team Fighters 10th, and DCKH is in 11th place. So next, alright, so let's see. So scores in. Okay, so Mexico squad got 30. So 6 finals. My squad got. So no Dark. Dark Ninjas is not here. Okay. So Mexico squad 30. Yeah. Squad 30. E7 16. T20 22. Northgate 13. Resilience 14. RNX 12. Wagger 18. So now Chippy Rush as well. True Reapers 14. VZK 4. Team Fighters 1. And then DCKH got 0. So just put that there to like remind myself. DZKH not on here. He didn't add DCKH? The hell? Or am I tripping? Oh, they are here. I just didn't. I mean, I probably just didn't see them. The name is like gotta be like well hidden here. DZKH. Oh yeah, here you go. 0. Okay, so chat, here is, oh shit. So chat, here's the leaderboard as of right now. So here's the leaderboard as of right now. So right now, E7 still on Champion Rush, but they have 2 more teams joining them. T20 with 104 and Wagger with 94. Both those 2 teams being on Champion Rush. So E7, T20, and Wagger is now on Champion Rush. Is on Champion Rush. So if any of those 3 teams wins any of the remaining matches, they will be crowned your P2 S4 champions. So, with that being said, we're gonna go into match. I'm trying to go into match 6. Make sure everybody's here. Teams here. 6, 7, Wagger, T20. here to do, extra teams here to do, and I got left. So, that being said, we're gonna go into the next match, being match 6. So Mexa Squad is Mexa Squad for if you guys see is 4 points away from hitting Champion Rush as well. If Wagger T20 or E7 does not win this match and Mexa Squad gets 4 more points, they'll be on Champion Rush in match 7, and they have a chance to win the finals. So we're gonna see if any of those 3 teams will win it to close it out in match 6, or if any of the teams that's a little lower can stop them, and we extend this into a match 6. I mean, a match 7. My apologies. So unfortunately, we do lose another team. So we're now down to our last 10 teams. I mean, not last 10 teams. Our last down to the 10 teams that's in this match, being True Reapers, T20, Mexa Squad, Virginex, Resilience, North Gang, Wagger, E7, Team Fighters, and VZK. So again, T20, E7, and Wagger, any of those 3 teams wins this match, they'll be crowned your Phase 2 Series 4 champions. And now, for the looks of it, E7 is trying to stop T20 from winning this, as T20 does take some damage, and Milking does get knocked down. Lex does take some damage from 9, which will force him to back off a little bit, and E7 does get the first blood in this match. So now North Gang going up against which either I think it might be True Reapers or Richinex. I can't see names at the moment. Richinex with Richinex and North Gang going at it, trying to see if one of these teams could probably put a pain in the thorn for any of the 3 teams that is on Champion Rush, but they would need to try to figure out a way to not really engage with each other. Trapstar does take some damage. Trap King nowhere near him to support, but Trapstar does get knocked out. King get another one, which he does, but unfortunately he was too low, and J10 will be there for the help up and the clean up on him. And our next North Gang will be down 1 player. So Mexa Squad, your match 5 winners, extending the finals to a match 6, stopping E7 from winning on Champion Rush is 4 points away from hitting Champion Rush as well, and they have a chance to win this as well if they extend this match, get 4 more points, and go to a match 7 and win it on Champion Rush. But they need to get it together. Need to get together, as they need to figure out a way to get those points that they need and stop any of the teams. To the teams the teams that really need to win this match in order to go to match 7 is Mexa Squad, Resilience, North Gang, Team Fighters, Richinex, True Reapers, and VZK. If any of those teams wins this match, we'll be going to a match 7. But if Wagger or E7 or T20 wins this match, then they will be the Phase 2 Series 4 champions, and nobody of the other 7 squads that I mentioned will win this tournament. Monty, thanks for the follow, by the way, appreciate it. So Caesar for VZK gets knocked down by the hands of Scapegoat. Scapegoat trying to see if you get another knock on Frenchie, but he's just not letting shots. He just needs to drag a little more though. But if French does, I was gonna say if he does get the cover, he might be able to stay alive. But unfortunately, he doesn't, and he will be fully eliminated and that will lead to VZK being the first team to be fully wiped out. So now we're down to our last 9 teams. E7 go up against TF. El Mono does get knocked down. Peppa Pig, he gets knocked down. E7 trying to get things together right here. As he are trying to play more safer, but TF is going for that push, forcing E7 to drop their boat maker and force to try to retreat. El Mono and 9 both get knocked down. Peppa Pig and Michael, the last 2 players alive, but Peppa Pig does get knocked down. Michael trying to retreat and trying to get away, but he still is out in the open. If he is able to get to the red machine, he could keep his teammates alive. And unfortunately, Richinex, was it Richinex? Yeah, Richinex is the next team to be fully eliminated. Michael does get to the red machine. He will be able to get his teammates alive. If he gets teammates back into the lobby, which means that Michael will have a chance to get brought back himself due to the fact that he will be knocked down and fully eliminated by Team Fighters. And Team Fighters did have a chance to fully eliminate E7, but unfortunately, Michael they create too much distance from them, and Team Fighters will have to try again later in this match. North Gang, your current killer's match up with True Reapers. North Gang is doing okay in this match, and they do have a chance to win this too, but they need to get it together as well. Resilience putting pressure on True Reapers. RTX does get knocked down and fully eliminated. Mecha Squad going up against TF, with Team Fighters getting fully eliminated by them, and Mecha Squad will get those 4 points that they need. They already got the 4 points before, but they got the 4 kill points to certify the 4 points, and now they will be on Champion Rush going into match 7 if T20 E7 and Wagger does not win this match. So that means that Mecha Squad, Resilience, North Gang, and True Reapers needs to stop those 3 teams from winning this match. Those 3 teams will definitely play it more safe here. So now those 3 teams, 2 of them not inside the zone. One of them is being Wagger, again playing safe, not getting too aggressive, because they know that if they get too aggressive right now, that will put the team in a bad spot. Scapegoat is able to buy the rest of the members from four True Reapers, and now they have a chance to get ready for the latest stage of this game. It's the game. Zig, this is the 6th match. This is not the 2nd game, my boy. You are hella behind. You are hella behind, my guy. So now, nobody from the looks of it is taking any gunfight at the moment. But the 2 teams that is more closer to each other is Resilience and and True Reapers. As those 2 teams is getting closer, but Resilience is creating distance from them. So now everybody for the team that's left alive, everybody is damn near spread apart, not really being too aggressive, because they know that this tournament is on the line. True Reapers, Resilience, North Gang would need to step it up a lot if they want to have a chance to win, to get closer to Champion Rush. So E7 went up against Resilience, as we just mentioned their name, and they fully wiped out Resilience Esports, which means that True Reapers, North Gang, and Mecha Squad would need to stop the other 3 teams that's already on Champion Rush from winning this match. And from the looks of it, E7 does have a higher chance of winning this if they win this gunfight against Mecha Squad, which so far they are winning right now. But 9 does get knocked down, but he will get helped up by Peppa Pig. Now Mecha Squad is trying to look for angles here and is trying to put E7 in the pinch, but Adrian does get knocked down. Sleepy is very weak. Maija trying to help out. Chili does get knocked down. Chili and Maija trying to help each other out, but unfortunately Chili does get knocked down. Maija is asleep at the last 2 plays left. Maija cannot really overextend here, as he is really the only player left here. He does get knocked on one of the players though. Trying to see if he get another one here though. Trying to see if he get another one, which he doesn't. But best he could probably do, try to play his life, give Sleepy the opportunity to get the other 2 plays back. Cause for the looks of it, I don't think Maija will win this gunfight. But he does get a lot of damage on E7. Sleepy will able to get the rest of the team back, and Mexican Squad will have a chance to put pressure on E7 here. Now T20 playing it very safe, playing their life, playing the zone here, not getting into any gunfights right now. Maija does get knocked down, but he did stay alive long enough to give his team a chance to get the 2 plays, to get the other 2 plays back into the game. So Mexican Squad will be down a player, but they have a chance to get better, to get things situated. Now Northgate pushes Wagger, but Wagger is holding it down in this gunfight. T-Kill does get knocked down. Mission does a nice shot, but Mission and T-Kill both get knocked down. Chicho Akabi needs to win this gunfight against Northgate, which they are right now, and they do stay alive. And Northgate will be put in a 1-player situation after taking a gunfight against Wagger, and Wagger will live longer to see them get closer to winning this match. So now Mexican Squad, Northgate and True Reapers, 3 teams that's not champion rush as of yet, would need to play it more carefully, especially True Reapers and Northgate. But Northgate with Trap King able to bring back Chris, but his team is only in a 2-player situation. And with Mexican Squad nearby, they would need to play it a little more safer here. Sleepy does get a tag on T-Kill, and is able to get another tag on Mission, but he does not get the knock that he needs. I'm pretty sure he has an idea. He has an idea that he's fighting one of the teams that is on Champion Rush. Scapegoat trying to land in, but T20 says, my boy, this is a no-fly zone. Get your ass out of the sky, and fully eliminates him as well. And now Mexican Squad sees T20 down below and is trying to put the pressure onto them. Again, Mexican Squad does have a chance though. They really do have a chance to stop both T20 and E7 and Wagger as well. And they do play this game right. Now E7 are pushing Apex for True Reapers, putting True Reapers in a bad spot, leaving them as 1 player left. But that 1 player does get found, and now RTX we need to try to win this gunfight. He does get knocked down, but he also gets fully eliminated by Wagger. So it's now up to Mexican Squad and Northgate to stop T20, Wagger, and E7 from winning this match. But Chris is the last player left. He is the only hope for his team to try to extend his final into a match 7. Mexican Squad, they have a chance to extend into a match 7. But again, they need to play this match accordingly. They need to play it right. Chili does take some damage, but he's able to get to natural cover. Now E7 going up against is able to go up against Wagger, but Wagger holding up a good defense here, not giving too much room for T20. 2 very good teams, both of them holding their spot. One of the players does go outside the zone to bring one of the players back into the match, but Wagger, with 4 team alive, does look a little more healthy here. Chris does get into zone here, but he would need to try to at least survive long enough, or at least be a pain in the ass for T20 alongside with Mexican squad, because the Boatmaker, from my belief, is from I say it's from Mexican squad, which does make it a little harder for both T20 and E7 and Waga. But they would need to keep the pressure on to T20, make the rotation rough, as a Hayate does get knocked down, but he will be able to get help up. Now for the only team that is closer to the next zone, as we will put it up here, is actually Chris though. But Chris is playing smart though, trying to hold his spot, but he will still need to rotate in as the zone is now closing. E7 does get inside the zone early. They were able to hold out the teams that is now trying to rotate in. Amano does take some damage, but he does get knocked down actually. E7 does find Chris for North Gang, and they do get the full elimination. Waga putting pressure on E7, trying to make them trying to put their walls against their backs against the wall. Trying to put pressure on them. Mexican squad is having a little rough time here. Adrian does get knocked down. Unfortunately, they do lose Sleepy. Mexican squad does have a chance to regain here. T20 is able to rotate inside the zone, and now has a chance to make it harder for the teams that's left alive. Mexican squad, you're the only hope for the teams here to go to a match 7. You need to stop the teams from rotating in, which they do, and Waga is now put in a one-place situation. Chili does get knocked down. Will he get helped though? Yes, he will. And Waga will be fully eliminated, will not be winning this match. Mexican squad needs to win this gunfight here. They need to stop T20 and E7 here. Mexican squad goes for the push. Adrian does get knocked on milking. T20 gets fully eliminated, and T20 will also not be winning. So Mexican squad does have a chance to extend to match 7, but Adrian does get knocked down. E7 go for the push. Major, the last player left. Can he clutch it up, or can E7 win this? And they do! E7 is your P2S4 champions for this tournament, winning based on champion rush, and gets the last booyah for the tournament. And E7 is your new Phase 2 champions, winning on champion rush, closing this tournament out. Man, Mexican squad almost was so close to extending it to a match 7, but unfortunately they lose the place. They lose. They lost the advantage that they had. And unfortunately, they gave E7 too much leverage, and E7 came in, cleaned out, and was able to close this tournament out in match 6. Not only win on champion rush, but they still take first place for the most points as well, chat. So wow. Wow. So chat, we have a new Phase 2 champion. So not only we have a new champion, but T20 breaks the series tournament streak. So wow, man. So wow. Congrats to E7 to being your Phase 2 Series 4 champions. Chat in both TikTok and YouTube, make some noise. Give E7 a round of applause as they fought their way into getting to into winning this tournament, grinding it out from qualifiers, semifinals, and to the finals, getting their first ever CTS win in their team career. This is the first ever win of this is the first ever CTS win. So congrats to them, yo. Another achievement for them. And also Mexican squad A new team in the CTS gets second place for the get second place for the last match, and they might have stole third place here from Wagger. They might have stole third place here from Wagger. So if anything, not only do they not only do they get on, not only do they win the second match in for the semifinals, but they might have just stole third place in for the finals as well, and they will qualify to the series grand championship as well too. Because remember, chat, the top 4 teams from both the Redemption Cup and the finals qualifies to the series grand championship, and Mexico Squad was the top 4 last time we checked, so they will be qualifying to the series grand championship for the finals. So that means that if they do get top 4 in tomorrow's Redemption Cup, whoever's in 5th place will qualify to the series grand championship as well, if they get top 4 in the finals tomorrow for the Redemption Cup. But yeah, man, what a marvelous game by E7, yo. Congrats to them, and good job to the other teams that did get top 3 as well, and even top 4 too. So yeah, congrats to them, chat. They did very good, man. Very good. Just goes in. Alright, you know, I got some scores in, and we will announce our MVP on TikTok. No, you're not on Discord though, but still. So let me just do this very quick, chat. No, it's mandatory. Okay, so. Right, so okay, chat. So anyway, so for the match results, E7 first place, Mexico Squad second, T20 third, Wagger 4th place, North Gang 5th, True Reaper 6th, Brazilian 7th, Team Fighters 8th, Rich Next 9th, and VZK 10th place. So with that being the end of the tournament, I was still I got to put the scores in. I got to put the scores for the last match, and then I'll show the leaderboard for you guys. So give me a second, chat. So give me a second, chat. Just put the scores in. Close this out. Oh. So I check. So let me just do this. Boom. $7.29. True Reapers. Go make my squad got 20. T2013. Wagger 13. North Gang 13 as well. Damn, a lot of 13s here. 13. Troopers 11 points. Then we have Resilience for 6. Team Fighter 7 points. Let's see. Rich next with 5. And let's get it with 4. Alright, so I think the leaderboard is done. And oh, that's crazy. There was a 1-point difference, yo. Okay, so here's a leaderboard chat. So E7 wins on Champion Rush with 144 points. Then T20 comes to second place with 117, and the Wagger is able to hold third place by a 1-point difference from Mexico Squad with 106. If Mexico Squad was to get 2 more, excuse me, goddamn, my bad for the voice crack. And Mexico Squad was able to get 2 more points. What's up? Okay, was able to get 2 more points from the last match. They would have gotten, excuse me, they would have gotten third place, but Wagger was able to hold on by a 1-point difference. Then North Gang came in 5th place. Excuse me, came in 5th place, and with 83 points, 7 points away from hitting 90. Rich Next came in 6th place with 67 points. Excuse me again. Team Fighters 7th place with 64. True Reapers 8th place with 43. 90 Begites came in 9th place with 41 points. Unfortunately, they didn't play the last 3 matches. Then Resilience came in 10th place with also 41 points. Dark Ninjas came in 11th place with 28. They didn't play the last 2 matches. DCKH came in 12th place and unfortunately did not play the 2 matches as well. And VZK came in last place with 12 points. And unfortunately, they missed the first 2 matches, and they did not do so good in the last 4. So yeah, good job for E7 from closing this tournament out on Champion Rush, and they got the most points as well. So due to the fact that E7, T20, and Wagger already has a spot in the Series Grand Championship, Mexico Squad, North Gang, Rich Next and Team Fighters will have their spot for the Series Grand Championship in September. Remember, chat, Wagger is previously known as P Esports. So P Esports did come in top 3 finals for Phase 2 Series 4. So they already have a spot qualified. So that means that we go down to the next team down, which would be Mexico Squad, North Gang, Rich Next, and Team Fighters. Except for E7 and T20. So with that being said, guys, that's it. That's it for Series 4 of Phase 2. We have a new champion for P2, and yeah, man. So E7, if you're watching this, bro, go celebrate. Go celebrate. Go have fun and enjoy your winnings as you begin those pretty soon. And also, chat, don't forget, this weekend is not over, as you do have our our Redemption Cup finals tomorrow, with the final 12 teams will be duking it out in Champion Rush style format 2 to see who will be June's Redemption Cup winners. So with that being said, guys, that's gonna be it for me. Also guys, Jason should be back for the co-hosting for the Redemption Cup. So again, that's good it for me, guys. I'm gonna take it down. I'm gonna get ready for tomorrow, and I do wish you guys a good day or good night, depending on where we watch this from. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Take care.
Play a role, lose a role. I lay alone and sit there cold.